Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. And somebody asked how you would do that font like that. And I thought I'd just kind of go over the whole thing or how I would do it. Our logo isn't really, you can't put it in the center of the page, but I'm going to put that in the center of the page. We're just going to get it close. I'm going to take a ellipse now, holding down the control button and hit P, put it in the center of the page, and I'm going to draw it out to about there. I'm going to still make sure it's in the center of the page. I'm going to make another one. I'm going to control D, and then I'm going to bring that one in, kind of like to the top of that wording. I don't really need the logo anymore, so I'm going to click on it, and, well, I need to change my nudge factor. Let's see how big this thing is. It's less than 10. Whoop, I moved it, so I'm going to move it back. I'm going to set my nudge factor on 10, and I'm going to grab our, I don't know why it's moving that way, but I'm going to nudge that out of the way. Now I got these two lines. I'm going to take that and nudge it out of the way for a second, and I am going to weld that. So now I've got basically the shape, but I need to make the line thicker, so we're going to go here and I'm going to change it. I'm working with somebody's, well, I don't know why that's on. Anyway, we'll just deal with millimeters. Make it a little bit thicker, maybe 4. There we go. I'm evidently set on using somebody else's file. So we'll use square corners, and now I got square corners. And that's, I'm gonna go ahead and make it black, kind of make it look like the logo. It's really not thick enough yet. Let's make it 5, there's pretty good. Now we're gonna take another ellipse and put it and hit P. I don't need to do anything with it, but to make this one exactly, this thing is actually kind of curved out for some reason. So we're gonna curve it out. I'm gonna take and grab that item. I don't know why our logo keeps popping up. Take object, convert it to a curve, and then I'm going to, let's zoom in here. I'm going to click on this and I'm going to add a node. It'll put the node right in the middle. It also put a node there I don't need. I'm only going to do one side at a time. I'm going to select it all. I'm going to make sure it is a curve, and that way it'll curve away. So I'm just going to, well, that's not exactly what I wanted. I wanted a smooth curve. Let me just back up here. And now you can see 4 sets of handles. So it'll kind of move out. Still not exactly what I wanted, but that's good enough. Now to make this thing perfectly equal, I'm going to control D and make a duplicate and then mirror it. And then I'm going to take the Smart Fill tool, even though it's set on yellow, and I'm going to nudge it out of the way. That made both of our boxes equal. I'm going to take the Smart Fill, move it back up. I'm going to left click, right click, and now you see both ends are the same. So this one is actually reverse engraving. So we're going to take the bicycle word and hit P, put it in the center of the page. You could make it a little bit bigger, hit P, and then I'm going to left click, right click. Now the couple of thoughts here, but I always find it easier just take your Smart Fill tool, fill that in, and fill that in, fill that in. Now you have that bicycle. Now I'm going to bring back that other ellipse and nudge it over, and that'll give me kind of something to go to. Let's see, this thing is only 40 points. Let's make it 60. There we go. Make the other one 60. Whoop. And we're going to take our font and hit P to put it in the center of the page, then start moving it up and then hold down the control button. I'm going to hit P, put that in the center of the page, start moving it, and then hold down the control button. Now, if I was going to do this for real, I'd actually nudge them up and down. Oh, let's go ahead and do that. Let's see what our nudge factor is still on 10. Let's set it on that 0.1, and let's nudge this. See, I can't grab it, but I can grab the custom word. And I'm almost to the edge perfectly. So we're about equal. So I'm going to make my nudge now like 0.3. And then that way, when I nudge this one up, it'll be in the same spot as the other one is down. Now, that's really too tall, but we're going to go ahead and go with it. You know what? Let's nudge it down 1.1, because we really need to be more near the bottom. So I'll nudge that one up. And you see I'm having to come off the page to design that. Now I'm going to grab the custom, and I could lock everything, but I'm not going to. Then go to the envelope tool. And I would actually delete these two nodes here. And if we look at our regular one, it's just risen at the top. So we can grab our envelope tool again and just bring it up. Now you see what's happening there. It's a kind of a slope. So let's back up here. And this, I don't know why normally these are highlighted. Anyway, we'll just go with it and just take that to the top. And then you could play around with it and see what the circle is doing. Is giving me a reference point to get it kind of equal to that circle. Same thing down here. See, I'm getting another box there, so I'm going to take my pick tool, come off the page and select that design, then go to envelope tool. And remember, take away these two nodes. Somehow I got the freehand tool. But grab that and just take that and do the same thing. And then take your arrows and kind of mimic the circle. That's why we wanted the same distance apart. And of course, bigger words would maybe look a little better. Then if we take away our circle, we've got pretty much that. They used a different font than I used, but that's how to do it. And I could have, let's back up here and stretch that design out a little bit. Make it go the full course, hit P. And the reason I'm doing that, so it'll be in the center of that design. And once again, you'd want to do that. And once it's picked, you can grab the envelope tool and just mimic that. We're actually a little bit on that line now, so we'll just take it to that line. That'll give us a better, because the bottom of the end is at that line. One more little adjustment, and we're good to go. Take the circle away so it'll look better. And then you can always, move this thing quite a bit lower, like 0.02, and grab that coming off the page, and grab that and put it down a little bit more in the center of the page. Anyway, now my things are working. Let's see if it does it. Yeah, here you've got a double art. Let's just back up here. I don't know why that wasn't working a while ago. Let's put it back to square. Let's elongate a little bit. Hit P, put it in the center of the page. That might be too much. Now grab the envelope tool. Now why am I, you know what? Let's go here to object and convert it to a curve. Yep, here we go. Now we got a double art mode. And what that's going to do, let me zoom in here. Grab the envelope tool. We're still set on double art mode. And what that does, well, no, that's double. I want a single art mode. See what it's doing? And then you could put that up if you wanted it like that. See, it's single art mode, so you're not really having to redo those items up here. Anyway, get rid of the circle. And there you go. I don't like the D. I was actually too big. Kind of like what they did here, but I should have made the font a little bit smaller. I hope that helped. Thank you for watching.